going on, guys? Eric here, Metalworx Customs. We got a 67 Mustang fastback that we're in the process of restoring right now. First announcement is we talked the customer into doing this beautiful roaster shop chassis. Roaster shop is just the best in the business as far as chassis is concerned. So we're going to be rolling this spec chassis under here pretty soon and getting it fitted up to this body. This project started talking to the customer about 4 years ago about this car, and just didn't have the time or the resources in the building that we have now to get this thing done. So, you know, we always stayed in close contact, and he reached out to me beginning of this year, and I said, let's get a game plan together, let's get this car in and get it going. So we did. So we went to go pick it up at a shop in Jersey that's been sitting for about 3 years and not really doing much to. And we got it over here. We got an assessment of what's going on with it and how much metal work we got to get done to it. And after looking at the car and knowing what the customer wants out of this thing, the chassis just made more sense, just to keep this car as structural and rigid as possible. I mean, these chassis are, you know, world renowned. I mean, you could throw 1,000+ horsepower at these chassis, just not going to twist anything, which is really important on these factory unitized cars because strength was not really one of their strong points. So yeah, basically we got the car here now. We got it all sandblasted. We got it all in epoxy primer. So that's the process we always start with our jobs. And we got some sheet metal kind of around the shop, a little messy, but we got some quarter panels to put on it. We got some outer wheelhouses, and we got some trim work to do underneath the car that is going to require for the fitment of this chassis. And once that trim work is all done, we'll get this chassis rolled up underneath it, get it fitted to it, get the drivetrain installed, and start mocking it up for the panels to panel alignment and fitment and whatnot. And more importantly, we're going to get the customer up here. He's going to be flying up to come probably by the end of December to do a seat fitment, which is a big part of how we build cars, how I like to build a car. You know, somebody's spending a lot of money on a project like this. You want to make sure that when they get behind the wheel, they're comfortable. I see a lot of shops that will start throwing stuff together, and you know, the guy just gets in there, or a woman, or whoever is the owner of this car, and they're not quite satisfied with it because maybe the seat placement was wrong, maybe the steering wheel's a little funny, you know, just too high, too low. Brake pedal setment is big too. So we're gonna get him back up here, fit everything, make sure everything is to his liking. So we will basically customize that end of it to his liking and how, you know, he feels inside the car. And then it's going to go through, you know, finishing all the metal work, getting all the steel work and everything welded back together, and get this car into bodywork and hopefully have a dedicated paint code. I'm saying that because he's very flip-flopped on the paint code right now. So I'd love to see it in the Wimbledon white with the red gut, but that's up to the customer. So, but yeah, so there'll be a series of videos and posts and stuff about the process of this build. But I'm really, really excited that we got the customer on board with this RS chassis, because this is just going to set this car apart. This, for me, is really huge because I've done a lot of the roaster shop chassis at the shop that I work at. But to me, this is the first time doing the Mustang swap, which is really, really cool how this actually bolts up to the car. Minimal trimming, minimal cutting, and I mean, you have the performance and the reliability of a brand new suspension underneath your car along with the chassis. So I think it'll be super rigid and be able to, he can put whatever he wants for a drivetrain in here. He ain't gonna twist anything. So pretty excited about that. And yeah, stay along for the ride.